Well, my friends, I didn't video it, but I got my wind chime put back together. Yes, sirree, Bob, it's looking good. Wind was blowing earlier and making it rain. A little update on my expedition. Got to looking online with all of these different things that could be wrong with it. Vacuum lines, PCV lines, could be something wrong with those, but I put a new battery in it. My battery was weak. I saw somewhere online a weak battery won't let your fuel pump run fast enough. And I had a brand new battery in my green pickup truck, so I just swapped them around. And I'll be darned if that thing didn't improve the way it's running. So I'm thinking now more on the lines of put a new fuel filter on it. You got to get underneath the Expedition to do that. Kind of a major project. But we'll put a new fuel filter on it, maybe a new air filter, and go get an oil change. But we drove it today. It was running a little bit rough, but it wasn't misfiring one time. But I did spend the afternoon restringing a wind chime. Good morning, my friends. I started out making a video about restringing a wind chime. Then I got around and finished it went ahead and finished it, but I didn't video it. So I'm going to at least explain how to do it. I thought I'd explain a little bit about how to restring a wind chime. It's got 5 chimes. Each one's a different length, so they weigh more. Each one weighs a little different. You got 2 holes side by side in 5 different places around there. And I restrung with nylon cord. The holes that are drilled are just a tiny bit bigger than the string itself. You got to think about each one weighing a different amount. So after you've strung it and put your chimes on there and got them all about the same length and tied it off, you got to take into consideration if the thing is heavier, as they ring, the string will move and they'll change heights. What I did was put a tack in the hole from the top on one of the strings at each place, and it just blocks it in there real tight where the string can't slip either way, and it works pretty good. You don't have to be a genius to string it, but there is a couple of little shortcuts that I found quite helpful. You could use a big hole, I guess. You'd have to use a wooden peg or something to keep it from moving. But you can't take a string and poke it through the hole. Well, the string is just about as big as a hole. You can't put a needle on there to thread it through there. So how do you stick a string through them little holes? I found it quite helpful. Pull off a piece of string about 6 or 8 feet long, and right on the end, about 2 inches, took a little dab of super glue and coated the end of that string. Well, within about a minute, the end of that string is almost as hard as a sewing needle. So you thread it through them holes with that hard end, just like it's a needle. And it fits through there just like a champ. You wouldn't believe how well that trick works. Next time you're trying to poke a string through a hole, put a little super glue on it. And it came out quite well. I painted my wind sail, whatever it is. I had to move my knot up a little bit. I had it too low and it was almost below that shortest chime. Works real good and it's looking good. So if your wind chime breaks, don't throw it away, just restring it. Turn around here, Tim, man, I'm talking to you. Pay attention when I'm talking to you. Oh, he's just gonna turn his back on me. Tim man's being rude.